Good morning, folks. I think it's the morning of day 54. It's a good day already. Good terrain. And like I said, Tom back at that one place I was telling you about told me that the terrain was really good. So he was right. It's still pretty good. I will tell you a couple of things that I've noticed already, and something else I thought about yesterday that I should have done while I was there and I didn't do it. When I wake up in the mornings, my knees are a little stiff, and when I'm walking, they have their little pangs and quirks and twangs and whatever you want to call it, these little pain spurs once in a while. And yesterday, while I was in Dick's Sporting Goods, I was going to buy a couple of knee braces just to wear during the day, because there's a lot of wear and tear on the knees going sideways. It's sort of like obstacle course. You're not walking in a straight line, as I've explained. You're walking, and then you see a route. You move your leg to the left or to the right. Well, your body's in the middle. It's not moving that much. So your legs are, and then your knees take a lot of strain, side strain from that. And I was thinking about not necessarily knee braces, those wraps that go around your knees that just support your knees. I definitely think I'm gonna get a pair now, just knowing what I know. I should have got them yesterday. I actually stopped in the aisle, and there's so many out there. That's the other thing. Do you get the kind that are the Velcro? Do you get the kind that slip over? Will they be uncomfortable? Am I wasting my money? Are they supposed to be really tight? How do you know how tight to get them? All of that stuff. It's like the shirt I bought yesterday. I bought it to have a loose hanging, sweat wicking shirt that I could wear instead of my collared shirt, which you see I went back to for a couple of reasons. One, warmthness in the morning. That other one, I had it on this morning. It's not going to be warm enough for these brisk mornings, and then I have to wear my raincoat. I'm good with my shirt. It's heavy duty. It does keep me cool. It's doing everything I need it to do. So if it ain't broke, why fix it, right? So anyway, but the whole knee brace thing, I've just been thinking about that. I've got a couple other paradigm changes also to an effect. Not paradigms are probably a strong word, but it's getting lighter later here. To be honest with you, being in the same time zone and only 600 miles south, man, it got light way later today. Now, when I first woke up and it's getting light out, and I'm laying there, I'm thinking, it's almost 5 o'clock. So I lay there for a while, and then it starts getting brighter and brighter. So I turn over. I'm like, all right, time to roll out. Look at the clock. It's 6 o'clock. I'm like, holy crap. So it's getting lighter later, which means my day is going to get shorter, or I guess my nighttime, I don't know if my nighttime is going to get longer or not. There's things that I always just took for granted that I thought I knew, and I don't. Does my day get longer now, or does my day get shorter now? Because, so I'm starting at 6 o'clock now instead of 5, or getting ready and all that. Does the sunset stay the same as it was up north? Or, you know what I'm saying? And I guess I should look, but I have no internet. I would have looked already. So I'm just sort of curious on that. But I know daylight savings is coming up. So I'm going to be popping back up to 5 o'clock. Because it's fall back. So yeah, I'm going to end up What does it get light in the morning? Man, it's amazing the stuff that you know, and then you forget. You forget so much, and forget might not be the right word. I think I know the answer, but I'm not sure anymore. So, and that could be old age. Oh boy. So anyway, my time has changed, and I gotta admit, time is arbitrary out here. It doesn't matter if you start at 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6, 7, 8. It doesn't matter. It's all about, what do you do during the time that you're awake? Because if you think about it, even the guys that get out at 10, they sit around and they bullshit and they do whatever they're doing. They take their time, and then they just walk faster. So they're obtaining the same goal as I am. But I guess it's just a mentality. Like I said, I need the trail needs is the wrong word. The trail is teaching me that time is irrelevant out here. Not time as in the amount of time, but time as in what time it is. So it doesn't really matter. Actually, if I didn't have my phone, I wouldn't know what time it is. So what's the difference, right? So maybe I need to stop looking at what time it is, and then maybe that part will go away. Other than planning purposes, though, knowing what time it is in the evening makes a big difference. But then again, I've gotten to the point where I can look at the sun and pretty much know what time it is. So anyway, that's my first sort of paradigm shift. The next one is a little more impactful. And I just noticed it in the last day, just getting down here. I have no short-term goal. While I was up north, no matter where I was, I had some sort of immediate short-term goal. Get through Vermont to get to the Whites. Get through the Whites to finish the Whites. That was the goal. That's the immediate goal. Get up tomorrow or get up today. What are we doing? We're going through the Whites. We're getting through the Whites. Then I got to the Whites, got through the Whites. Now I'm in Maine. What am I thinking? Get to Katahdin, Summit Katahdin. All I want to do is get out of the north, get out of the hard area. So I had goals. I had very short term. This is what we're doing next. Well, now I don't have any of those goals. I have a goal of getting to Springer Mountain. That's my goal. That's my immediate short-term goal, and that's not a short-term goal. That's a couple of months away. That's not like what I just went through. So last night I'm laying there, I'm like, what am I doing tomorrow? Where am I going tomorrow? It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. I guess my short-term goals now are just to get to the next resupply. I lost my sense of urgency just overnight. I can feel it. I got up this morning, I'm laying in my tent after I realized it's after 6. I'm laying there, but I'm not jumping up to get all my stuff into my pack and get out of Dodge. I just laid there. I laid there for a while, and I just slowly meandered, and I probably took an hour to get out of camp this morning. Well, I didn't take an hour. I just laid there for an extra 20 minutes or so. So anyway, I haven't lost my motivation. Wrong word. But it's like, I think I've lost the sense of urgency because it's not so important to get through this section quickly so I'm not being abused or whatever. I noticed it last night yesterday when I was walking. I wasn't busting my butt. I was just walking like I am right now. I'm just sort of meandering. I might be being 2 miles an hour, maybe. I'm going up a little hill, but so I think I've had somewhat of a like I said, I don't know if it's a paradigm change, just a point of view change. And I guess I can attribute that to the trail, because the trail said, okay, you're done with all that hard stuff now. Go relax, take your time, enjoy it. You know, and maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it was building up to. That whole section was building up to me finally letting go of all the urgency and the planning the dive the plan thing, you know me. I got no plan. I just need to walk south. I'm no longer a Nobo flip-flopper. I'm a southbounder. So, I don't know what that means, other than maybe I can relax. Bust out miles, not the right word either. Just walk at whatever pace I'm comfortable with. Whatever miles I do. And then plan accordingly the next day. Okay, I'm 1 day away from town. Do I want to get there today, or do I want to get there first thing in the morning? So I don't know how that makes sense, but maybe the north got me ready for the rest of the trail. And I'm not talking about physically and just mentally, mentally like the ability to be able to do it, but mentally like, okay, you've done the worst part. Enjoy yourself the rest of the way. Enjoy this. Stop making it a job. Stop making it trying to think of what word I'm looking for. Stop making it a chore, a job. Stop being so focused. Focus on putting one foot in front of the other. Don't worry about the rest of the stuff. It'll take care of itself. So maybe that's it. So anyway, yeah, my goal right now is get to Springer. So anyway, that's my two sort of shifts in my hike. The time, what time it is, and how many hours I get to hike. And that's another thing too. I don't think that I don't know if it gets any darker any later now because I'm farther south. I gotta look. But if it doesn't change much, it'll change the amount of hours I can hike in a day. So that might change my motivation a little, so that I can get more miles in or get less miles in, whatever I need to do. But other than that, and I know going down south, I know people all up and down the East Coast, and you guys know who you are. The goal is, wonder if this is, there's plenty of water. I need to get water. I need to look and see when the next water source is. I'm not going to stop here. The goal, talking about goals. Set goals, boys and girls. Goals are good. You need short-term, medium-term, long-term goals. Everybody does. It keeps you from wandering aimlessly. No pun intended, right? It's chilly out. My fingers are getting numb from holding the phone. Give me a second. Shift around a little bit. So, you get my other angle now. How's this side look? Where am I at? 15 minutes? Woohoo. That might become a little bit of a normal. As you can see out here, this is what I see. And there's a huge difference. I think I said it yesterday. That view that I showed you. That's going to be the norm for a little while, because until I get down to, the mountainous areas down there, the views, you're going to be looking over tree lines, and you're going to see a few hills there and there, here and there, but I don't think I get much over 1,500 feet for a handful of states. I mean, there might be some peaks here and there, but different animal down here, because you know, when you're up there where all those mountains are, you're seeing vast views all the time, whereas down here you're just seeing a lot of the same stuff. Greenbelt, baby. Anyway, there's still roots down here, but the trail is relatively good. And so I got off. I was joking about the goals. Anyway, I don't know where I was going after all that. So that's my story for now. Oh, I was talking about friends all up and down the coast, up and down the East Coast. I just talked to a buddy yesterday, or I talked to him. I take that back. I talked to him Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna go visit in one of the states. They're gonna come and get me, pick me up, bring me back, let me stay at their house. We'll go hang out. Old friends, old friends, like way back when, in my Navy day friends, are gonna pick me up. I know when I get on the Florida Trail, might be a little difficult getting through the Florida Trail, because I have a lot of friends that live in Florida. I have a ton of friends that live in Florida that hopefully we can hook up. I got a handful of friends in Georgia, of course, that have all reached out and want to hook up at some way, shape, or form. Tennessee, most definitely. I don't know how I'm going to work that out. I know my daughter, her husband, my son-in-law, my grandkids. I really haven't seen them in so long. This whole COVID thing really threw a lot of wrenches in the gears. I was supposed to see them, I think, 3 different times since last Thanksgiving. I was supposed to go out there during Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving, and I got really sick, like knocked me down for a week sick. And yeah, that was the beginning of December, or ended Thanksgiving. Yeah, like I was driving home and it hit me hard, or I was driving to Tennessee and it knocked me down, and so I didn't go out there because of the newborn and all that. And then I wanted to go out in May, and that didn't work out because obviously circumstances, and I was really paranoid once again of traveling during that time. And then me pulling the trigger on the trail, and was gonna stop on the way to the trail, but timing on their part, I knew they were real busy, and I knew they had a lot going on, and right smack dab in the middle of when I was gonna be there, they needed to leave town, and I obviously didn't want to mess with that either. So I postponed my trip going over there then too. And then, so when I get down to Tennessee this time, I think the closest, they live in Murfreesboro, so I think the closest I get is down there around Gatlinburg, that area. I think, I could be wrong. I know it's pretty far from the trail in Murfreesboro and in Nashville and all that. It's a little ways from the trail, and trying to get them to pick up and come meet me somewhere on the trail is probably not feasible because of the effect that would have on all them and all that. You know, much harder for everybody to travel than it would be for me. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but we'll see how it goes when we get there, right? Anyway, I've rambled on for 20 minutes now. This is a whole day's video. Hopefully there's some stuff, maybe some waterfalls or rivers or something. I don't know what I'm gonna get to show you. Might be like that until I get down south a little bit. But anyway, it's a good day. Every day is a good day, right? Isn't that the motto out here for me lately? Every day is a good day. So I got no aches and pains. My toes are happy. Had a little bit of problems with my toes last night. Not last night, but yesterday. You know where they're split at, there's excess skin, and I'm building up calluses in there. So I know I don't want to get all graphic, but I really need to. This is why guys need girlfriends, right? Girlfriends and wives. No, I didn't just say that, but anyway, you didn't hear that from my mouth. No, you need someone that can, like my toes. I can't see the bottom of my toes. I'm not limber enough to bend my leg all the way around where I can get a straight view of the bottom of my foot. Yeah, that's right. My old ass joints won't bend that far. That's sort of sad, isn't it? Where you got something you just can't get to because you can't bend far enough. So even all this limber walking and everything, I can't bend my foot that far. I just can't get it spun around enough to see. So I was gonna buy a mirror at CVS so I could see, but then I gotta carry a stinking mirror around, or it's just a disposable mirror and I gotta throw it away. So I could do some doctoring on my toes. I need to cut all that excess skin off. The reason being it's hanging there, so if any pressure goes on the skin, it pushes on the wound. Does that make sense? So if I cut that skin off, now nothing's pushing on the wound, pain goes away. I hope that makes sense, because right now I put tape over it. Now when I put pressure on that area, it spreads it out over a couple of toes. It's not like focused in one spot. Make sense? So I got some tape over at least the right foot, and I'm all good. But yesterday I didn't have any tape on there, and it was irritating the hell out of me. And I mean, actually, I'm not a big fan of sitting down and doing anything other than eating and taking a break. And I actually sat down on a log, took my shoes off, was trying to put some tape on my feet, trying to doctor up my feet. So anyway, that's why I said one of the advantages, you didn't hear that from me, of having a other half is they help you with those kind of things, and you help them with those kind of things. So anyway, not saying anything bad about you ladies out there. We love you ladies. It's just one of those things. Okay, now that I've gotten in trouble with all the female species, hey guys, have a beer for me when you're out and about tonight, getting put in the doghouse. Okay, the one good thing about the trail, there's no doghouse out here. Well, although I could have just put myself in one for for all the stuff I just said, but anyway, we love you ladies. So I'm gonna let you guys go for now. Hopefully I got some stuff to show you, and we will go from there. No matter what, you'll see me later tonight, but I'm sure I'll come up with some other musings to share with you along the way. Not to belabor a point, but I keep worrying that you guys are getting bored, or not bored, but that I ramble too much. And not so much the rambling, it's just the stuff that I keep rehashing over and over again. And I worry too much about what I'm saying and what I'm not, and then I have to go back to my thought process of, I did this mainly so I could look back on it someday, and if I needed to, and reflect on what I was thinking when I was in certain parts of the trail. And but you guys have I have sort of grew on some of you, and so I don't want to adjust what I'm doing or saying. In fact, someone told me yesterday I should absolutely not worry about what I'm saying or what I'm doing, because that's why you guys are watching. So sorry. So anyway, so I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to keep rambling and do my thing. I apologize a lot for some of that stuff, but you know what? It's me. It's for me. It's for you. It's for my mom. It's, you know, that's. So everybody seems to be enjoying it. So I'm not gonna. I'll keep apologizing, but I'm probably just gonna keep doing the same thing. I'll forget I said all this and keep doing the same thing. So anyway, oh, I gotta tell you a joke real quick before I leave. It's not a joke. So I'm way back when, my mom's gonna hate me for saying this, but I gotta share. I love my mom, and she's gonna get mad at me, but that's part of the deal, because it sort of worked. So my mom is not stupid, don't get me wrong here. If I convey that is not what I'm conveying. But my mom has never been the fastest at getting jokes. Ever since I was a kid, I'd tell a joke and my mom wouldn't get it. Or like after I was in the Navy and I'd come back and I'd tell a handful of jokes, every once in a while my mom wouldn't laugh at the joke. And so we'd be sitting around, and like 10 minutes later, my mom would start busting out laughing. And I'd go, "What are you laughing about?" She goes, "I just got that joke from like 10 minutes ago." So a couple of days ago, I'm sitting at the Appalachian Lodge, and we were talking about, one of the guys brought up the fact that he had drove his stick shift truck down so that he could drive home, or up, so that he could drive home with his vehicle. He had brought it up north and left it up north so he could drive home after the hike. And we're walking up Katahdin, and we're on the really hard part, the part that's real technical. You have to swing and put your feet in cracks and swing around and turn around at the same time, all this stuff. He goes, "Man, I brought the wrong vehicle." He goes, "If I even break one of my limbs, I can't drive my truck." And so I had sort of lost the fact that he was driving a stick shift. So I'm thinking, why the hell? It totally just went over my head. And so I didn't really laugh for him, like, yeah. And I just acknowledged, and we kept walking. And like 5 minutes later, I'm like, "Oh, now I know what you're talking." And I started laughing because I'm like, "Oh, I know what you're talking." I totally remembered that he drove a stick shift. It just popped into my head. So I started, he goes, "What are you laughing about?" I'm like, "I just realized what you meant by not being able to drive your stick shift, because if you broke any one of your limbs, you can't drive a stick shift because you need all four." I said, I'm turning into my mom, not getting the jokes. So anyway, that happened to me on Mount Katahdin of all places. So where I'm supposed to be as sharp as I can, and totally went over my head. So Mom, I love you, but I'm right there with you. So that's not a bad thing either, damn it. Anyway, she's probably gonna hate me for that, but she's still listening though, because she always comments on my videos. She said a little bit more than "be safe," so I think she's starting to get into the mode now, and she should really be happy now, because it's a lot safer here than it has been in the last 600 miles. So I will tell you one thing though, goal wise. Yeah, what am I at? 20? Ooh, I'm at 30 minutes. This is going to be my whole day video. I should have busted up my videos, but then it'd still be the same amount. But see, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, the 1,000-mile mark. I'm almost at 700 now. I'm getting there. You know, I was looking at it first. It was taking me right around 8 to 9 days to get 100 miles. And I'm like, man, I can't keep this pace. I'll never get there. And then slowly it went down to 7 days. And I think the last one, I think my 600 mile, I got that in, I think I got it in 4 days. I think I got 100 miles, 4.5 days. So that's sort of a short-term goal right there, is bust out a couple of these 100-mile weeks in 3 or 4 days. Mainly because that'll really help me on the cold end side of the trail. So if that makes sense. If I can do that up here in this area, that'll really help me later on. Although, like I said, I can't get done. So I don't want to get done too late because of the weather, but I don't want to get done too early because of the rest of my itinerary, if that makes sense. So I'm right there. I got to balance the two. And I definitely shouldn't have sent my sleeping bag home. I mean, I know it's going to get better down here. It's going to get a lot warmer in Virginia and all that, but I might have been a little premature sending my bag home. Last night I was like right there, perfect. Actually, I wasn't. I woke up shivering once, and I put on my puffy coat and slept in it, and I never got cold again. So I was perfect. But the farther I get down south, the chillier it's going to get at night. Well, it'll stay warmer down there. Don't let me confuse getting colder. I still got a while before the season changes. Well, not a while, but the farther I go south, the weather should stay the same as I go, if that makes sense. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna let you go for now. I've been rambling. What am I at, 32 minutes? This is by far the longest video I've taken, I think. So I'll see you later. Hey guys, I wanted to point something else out. See, I told you I'd come up with more stuff to talk about. But remember at the beginning how much I said I was stupid for starting where I started? This was a dumb idea. Whose idea was this? I was saying all those kind of statements. But let me tell you something. My whole thought process has changed on that. Especially now. But for only having 600 miles, between 600 and 700 miles on the trail, I'm probably the luckiest hiker out here. Maybe not because I don't have that many miles, but the hardest part is over, and I've only got 600 miles under my belt. Think about that statement. I got 1,500, well, a little less than 1,500 miles to go. And the hard part's behind me. Everything else, nothing is going to challenge me like I've already been challenged. So I know mentally and physically, I can take whatever the hell the trail has left to offer me. Think about that. How many hikers can say that? A lot of them can, the Sobos, because they have been through that. So that's what I am now as a Sobo. I've got the hard part finished. The rest of it's downhill, for lack of other words. Does that make sense? So all those negative terms I put on having started so far north have really shifted to positive things. It's funny how your perception, how much do I talk about perception? My perception now compared to what it was before. Oh, we got water. I got to stop and get water. But my perception now is totally different, and I'm very excited because the true test is over. Now I get to relax and enjoy the rest of my trip. So I'm going to show you what the water looks like most times. So can you see it? It's crystal clear water. You're just getting it out of these little streams. See how it's running right there? I wouldn't drink it if it wasn't running like that. It's constantly moving. And look how clear it is. A lot of this water, it has a brown tannin tint to it. And when you pull it out of the water, it looks brown. It's still good. Tannin's like tea. So, and then wine and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm gonna draw some water here. But anyway, I just wanted to share on the fact of, hey, look at my perception now compared to what it was when I started. My perception is actually 180 degrees out from what it was when I started this whole thing. Funny how that works, huh? That's the trail doing its magic, I guess. Hey, quick note, I saw a comment on YouTube. I think it was YouTube, might have been Facebook, not sure. I think it was from Miss Judy. Sorry, Miss Judy, I'm not sure if it was you or not. I think it was. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. Town really gets you, town time really gets you spun up because you're trying to take care of a lot of stuff all at once, and things get jumbled up. So anyway, a comment about these videos and stuff, and the sound and stuff like that. Look, I am doing nothing special. I am, let me get turned around here. The sun's all messed up. I'm doing nothing special. This is me on my iPhone. This is the regular speaker microphone on the iPhone, and I'm editing with a software called iMovie that's on the phone already. So for the most part, I just upload straight to YouTube after I edit the videos. So I'm not doing anything special. The only times you see me, I'll put my headphones in because they have a microphone on there. They really pick up the sound really well. I do that at night in my tent so I can talk real softly because there's usually people somewhere in the vicinity, and I don't really want to share with everybody or make it noisy for everybody. So anyway, I'm not doing anything special, folks. I am using my iPhone to do everything. I had that GoPro for a while, but I kept having so many problems with it, I sent it back. The iPhone does the job, so I don't think I need the GoPro. The one advantage of the GoPro, I can strap it to my pack and video stuff, which would have been an advantage. But I could do that with my phone too if I wanted to. I see a lot of people with their iPhones on, they have a strap on their hiking poles and they use them like selfie sticks. But this works pretty good. You guys are still watching, so it must not be too bad. Anyway, excuse me, to answer that question, I'm not doing anything special. I'm already carrying my iPhone anyway, so I might as well use it as my camera and my video equipment. And like I said, Apple has their own, it's called iMovie, it's free. You just pick what videos you want in there, it throws them together, you move them around, you can make them longer, shorter, you can add music to it, you can add effects, words, whatever. And then it makes a movie out of it, and then you upload that movie straight to Yahoo. And then, or not Yahoo, YouTube. And then if the movie's more, and I still haven't been able to figure out how to verify my account. So what I do is I save the file, the movie, to my phone, and then I upload the file to YouTube. So I have to save it twice in order to do it that way, because my videos are over 15 minutes usually. So anyway, and I'm ranting again. I just wanted to point that out. So I was just gonna say, my battery's running out again. So I played music all night last night. It does two things. One, I think it helps me sleep because it's ambient noise. It's just noise, and it helps me sleep. I slept through the night last night. I woke up 4 times, had to get up and go pee. Indication I'm drinking way too much water. Anyway, got up and go pee. The only time I woke up is just to go up and go to the bathroom. So anyway, it killed my battery last night. So I woke up this morning and charged my phone about up to 40%. Now I'm back below 20% again. So I'm gonna have to charge my phone sometime today while I'm walking. So gotta recharge the phone at night. That's I hate using the battery because I don't want to run my battery out, but I've got short town week this week, so I don't even know why I stress about it. But anyway, that's my story about the video stuff. It's nothing special, just using my iPhone. End of day 54, 24 miles today. I got about 18 miles to go, I think, to get to Great Barrington to resupply again, which I don't know if I'll go in there tomorrow or the next day. Hope you guys can hear me. I can't get my headphones. They're in my bag and they're outside my tent. I'm not getting out now. There's a bunch of people around me, but I'll try to turn up the volume when I edit the video. Just thought you guys might like to know, I just saw, coming in here in the last half mile, saw 5 bears. I saw 2 cubs run up trees, and I saw Mama Bear. I didn't see her at first, and I started walking away. I don't want to take the chance, and there she was behind the tree just looking at me. She didn't move much, she stayed where she was, and I just kept walking. Big berry patch there. I walked around the corner, there's another bear sitting there, and he saw me and he took off running. So I'm like, holy cow, that's 4 bears in like 30 seconds. And I keep walking and I'm getting ready to get out of the woods, and there's another one in the berry patch, and he runs off, just hauls ass. Like, holy shit. So I rolled in. It's like I was a half a mile from our campsite. A whole bunch of people here. And I told everyone, there's 5 bears out there within a half a mile. Everybody's like, yeah, this is a busy bear area. Like, yeah, but I've never seen 5 bears in the same area. So anyway, sort of cool. No, I didn't get any pictures. You couldn't, they're too fast. So anyway, long day today, 20 plus. Good terrain though. So I think that's about it. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to sleep. Surprised it's got as many. I knew I was going to do some good miles today, but I didn't realize I was upwards of where I was. So that's good. I feel good. It was good terrain. If it stays like this, I'll knock out some pretty good miles. Anyway, that's my story for now. Hope you guys are safe, and I will talk to you tomorrow.